Good morning, children. I am going to start today the third part of the lesson, The Gardener. So, yesterday I had stopped where we went with the starting of the story what the old man or the gardener was telling the owner's wife. He started by telling the story that there were two characters in a story called Tammanna and Basavaya. Earlier he would have started the name as Sangoji, Tammanna's rival Sangoji, but suddenly he changes that name from Sangoji to Basavaya, and he starts telling the story where Tammanna has got a rival. His life's most important among his life's possession was rivalry with Sangoji, that is Basavaya. He continues the story after this, and now let us go further for the third part where the story continues. And here, let that be, it is so. Means, let the story start like that. And we assume, instead of Sangoji, now the name has been given as Basavaya. So, we come to know that the two characters, main characters of this story, where the gardener is telling is Tammanna and Basavaya. He was, we come to know that Tammanna's rival was none other than this Basavaya. And according to this story, he tells that Tammanna bought 4 acres of adjacent land to his land, Basavaya also followed suit. So there was always a competition between both of them to buy whatever Tammanna did, Basavaya wanted to do, and whatever Basavaya did, even Tammanna wanted to do. So there was a competition of buying the agricultural land in a village where they were staying. And when Tammanna started buying the adjacent land just for 4 acres, even Basavaya wanted to buy the same thing, and he also bought. And there was this competition of buying between them, where we see that Tammanna had 1,000 acres of land now, and Basavaya had 800 acres of land, and there was no land remaining in that village, because all the land belonged to either Basavaya or Tammanna. In their competition, they had bought the whole of the village land, and the lands only belonged to Basavaya and Tammanna in that village. And here, because it was all sold, because already Tammanna was having 1,000 acres and Basavaya was having 800 acres, so Basavaya wanted to buy 200 acres more and to make it into 1,000, because he wanted to be the superior of having 1,000 acres. So he sent word to Tammanna telling that, yes, see, I want your 200 acres, and I want, tell me the amount and I will give you the amount, and you just give me the 200 acres. But here Tammanna got so much, Tammanna said, see, I am not going to sell you any of my land, not even 1 acre to you, but I will buy, if you want, all your land which is there. And that made Basavaya so much angry. He was filled with rage. He was so angry that he just thought of what to do now. And now what he decided is, in that anger, in the fit of anger, what he does is he takes all his supporters, the people who used to support him, he goes and forcefully takes off 200 acres of Tammanna's land, and he himself builds a fence to that 200 acres and tells that this belongs to Basavaya. Basavaya was mad with rage. He went along with his people and acquired 200 acres of Tammanna's land forcibly. And not only that, a fence was built around the land. Tammanna could not tolerate this invasion. So the land which was forcibly taken without the permission of Tammanna got so much angry. The way Basavaya had forcibly taken off his land, and not only that, he had built a fence there and put that board that this belongs to Basavaya. Now, the quarrel was in such a way that both the sides, if Tammanna had his supporters, Basavaya also had his supporters in that village. So, both the people who were supporting both the parties, like Basavaya's and Tammanna's, started giving advices to both of them. So, Tammanna was advised by his supporters about the various means available for getting his land back. So, some advised him to go to the court. Some advised him to go to the police station, give a complaint. So if you want, just go to the court, put a case on Basavaya, and you will be getting your land back. One more group advised him, telling that his supporters, Tamana's supporters, told him that you go to the police station, give a complaint on him, and the police will take the matter and you may get. When both the things don't work, means we are there for your support. So we are there. The people said that we are there. We'll come with all the force, and we'll just one could also take the resource to police. If you do not want that, there were many number of persons ready to attack Basavaya also. So we are going to attack Basavaya, and then what he did only, we are going to take away the tool. Such was the war. Such a war had become virtually inevitable. Now this was one of the things which had to happen. There was supposed to be a war between virtually a war-like situation between Basavaya and Tamanna. But Tamanna was in search of a method that could annihilate Basavaya completely. He wanted to. So Tamanna was not interested in either going to court or going to the police station, either forcibly once again going and having a violent method of taking by physically attacking Basavaya and taking his land back. He wanted something very different, where he should be humiliated. And that he wanted to do it in such a way that he wanted to destroy Basavaya completely, where he wanted to take such a revenge that he wanted to destroy Basavaya completely. So what he did, he hit upon a idea of composing all his experiences in the form of ballads and started singing them. So what he did is, he came with a new unique idea of composing songs. In that song, in this ballad, a dance form of songs, a song which is in a dance form and which is in a folklore, which tells you a story with a dance and a song also. So here, this is called as ballad, where in a dance form it is, and it has got a folklore in it, and it tells you the story, and the characters are sung here in the form of a dance and a song. So here he hits upon this idea, and now what he tells upon in that song, in this particular ballad, is now the rivalry between Tamanna and Basavaya started moving away from the things that were visible towards an invisible abstract domain. So earlier it used to be, the fighting used to be within their village, the domain where they stayed, and it was visible because everyone knew that the land belonged to Tamanna, and Basavaya had taken away by force, and there was always a competition of both of them, and this rivalry was an enmity which was there, with the competition of becoming into an ugly situation. And all these things, when Basavaya took away, here what he goes on writing in his poem is the character of Basavaya, how forcibly he took away his land, the 200 acres of land by force from him, and how he built a fence to it, and how he went on torturing him. That is told in the form of a folk song with a dance. And not only from his village, he started this ballad from his village. From now it became so famous, he started going with the troupe of ballad to not only from his village to other parts of the cities and towns also. So this song, this Basavaya's Tamanna's ballad became so famous that it was from the, it started moving from one place to the other place, from his visible village to the invisible factor, but every matter was there in the song, what he used to tell. Basavaya had no answer to this. Basavaya couldn't, so he also tries to compose some songs and sing songs like Tamanna, but that was not his way. He couldn't sing, and for that what he did is, he could not sing or not do any of the ballads. He performed his agricultural task more diligently. Diligently is hard work. So what he did is, he started performing, means doing his agricultural work, very hard work. This too was an answer to Tamanna. So what happened here is, Tamanna's reputation started spreading all around. Tamanna's songs and ballads became very famous, and here his songs and ballad became very famous, not only in his village, outside also. From states to state it started spreading, and people started liking Tamanna's songs, and people started telling how bad Basavaya was. This was one thing which was pinching Basavaya a lot, that his character has been made like that, and he is going on making this song. The more and more it became famous, Basavaya was filled with rag. His song started making a mention of Basavaya's cruelty and meanness, how mean he was, how cruel he was in his way of rivalry, where he wanted to take forcibly everything away from Tamanna. His song started making a mention of Basavaya's cruelty and meanness. Scholars of folklore were after him because the songs which were there became more famous, Tamanna's songs in the folk form, and many of the scholars of folklore were after Basavaya, and critics started analyzing and translating his songs, thus earned their share of fame. So here many of the critics who gave criticism of these songs, his way of songs, and not only that, it was translated from the language what originally Tamanna had written, and it got translated to many other languages. By this, Basavaya Tamanna earned a lot. Not only that, even the scholars and the folklore people also earned a lot. Basavaya was helpless watching all this. He became so helpless. He became so angry. He couldn't do anything, but he could keep his anger within himself. But what he did is, the more angry he got, he started taking away the land which belonged to Tamanna. More and more, whenever he felt very angry and all, he encroached. He forcibly took away more and more. He took away Tamanna's land. Tamanna did not notice any of this because of these activities, because he was not there. And not only that, he didn't observe what his 1,000 acres had become now. He went on with his ballad work. He went on from one place to the other place singing these ballads. Now art had become the raison d'etre of his life. Raison d'etre of his life. This is a French word which has got the meaning, which says the raison d'etre of his life. The reason for his life means that his art, his work of singing the ballad song had become one of the main reasons for his life. Tamanna was facilitated as the best poet of his time. So he was also given an award for being the best poet of that particular period. And when Basavaya comes to know about this, he just gets so humiliated, because this fellow has got, Tamanna got an award, and that also as the best poet, and I couldn't get, and that made him so much humiliated. And nevertheless, though after this he started filling his life with all kind of material wealth, so he couldn't sing, or neither he could become famous like Tamanna by making his songs famous or ballads which were very popular outside. So what he does is, he also wanted to have something like this, and what he thought is, he filled his life with all kinds of material wealth which was there. Like he got a bilateral mansion built for him, a multi-stored building, a luxurious bungalow was built for him, and he appointed a number of persons here only to praise him. ಬಹುಪರಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನೇ ಹೊಗಳಭಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. he appointed a number of persons just to praise him, just to say that he was to praise him whatever he did. And he bedecked himself with gold, diamonds and other precious stones. He decorated himself. He started wearing lot of jewelry. Like he started wearing gold, diamonds and precious stones, where people observe and tell that how rich he is, how much rich he is by wearing all these gold, diamond and precious stone. And he also, what he did is, he also filled his house but his house looked dull and empty because Tamanna books were not there. That usually people who came to visit him always, after going through all the through his house, saying how the house was very beautiful and how rich he was, everything. Lastly, they used to ask, "Do you have any of Tamanna's book?" When he said no, then they used to tell, "That is one of the best things which you don't have in the house." Like they used to feel, make Tamanna, but his house looked dull and empty because Tamanna's books were not there, they told. That is what the visitors told him. Therefore, he started inviting. So when people started telling about him, like if there are no books of, there are no songs about ballads about Tamanna's work, or if there are no books of such thing, it looked very dull in front of all this wealth. So what he did is, he started inviting scholars, poets and musicians to his place. This was his way of investing his home with meaning, he thought. So let me invest in this form at least, to know that people, let all these scholars, poets and musicians come to my home. And where he thought of, this was one of the best things I could do, where I have got so many scholars and poets as my friends who come to my home. And he thought there is a meaning in this, instead of having Tamanna's books with me. And after this, what happened? One day, he came to know that Tamanna was ill. Suddenly one day, he comes to know that Tamanna is not feeling well. And at that point, Basavaya found the means of surpassing Tamanna. So at that time, you will see the human nature there. At this point, Basavaya found the means of surpassing Tamanna. So he comes to know that he is ill, and he thought, I should win in this also. Like what he did, health is wealth. That is one thing. We have to always take care of our health. Health is one of the best things, more than money. It is the health which is very important to a person, and here that is equal to wealth. If you are healthy, you can just win anything. Without health, you can't do anything. So that is one thing where is a, oh, he wanted health is wealth. So he thought, I am going, anyway Tamanna is ill and I am healthy and I have got the more of strength now, and now he thinks health is wealth. You may sing, you may write ballads, but if Tamanna started suffering from disease, surely his own spirit would be revived. Tamanna's disease was Basavaya's health. He became happy to know now he can't, as he is not feeling well, he is ill, he can't sing now, he can't do his ballad. And what happens here is, because of his illness, he is going to be happy. Now I'll be happy because Tamanna is not well and I am healthy, and I am going to have to look at all his problems. So he somewhat feels happy by knowing that Tamanna is having a disease and he is the healthiest person. That makes him happy. And however, by this time, what happened is, Tamanna had thought of yet another method of punishing Basavaya. See the nature of Tamanna here. He feels that, however, by this time, Tamanna had thought of yet another method of punishing Basavaya, and that was one thing, Basavaya, that was by death. See, I have been singing songs, I am famous, and I have gained more respect and popularity and everything in my field of work, like being a ballet, being one of the famous writer of as a poet, and even the singing of songs, and that also in the folklore ballet. And here Basavaya couldn't compete with him in this field. So he was the sole master of this particular field. And what he thought is, when I have gained so much, where Basavaya has not done, and I will go with my fame and my death. If he continued at the level of the body, Basavaya could go on offering a stiff competition. So I am not well now. So Basavaya, anyway, he can't compete with my songs. And but if his song was separated from his body, if there was no relation between the songs and his own flesh and blood, this is how his thoughts went. So here he comes to know, by the end of my death, so when I die, my songs and my poems will not only go with me, but it will remain still after my death, and I will be still having my fame after my death where Basavaya can't have this. That was the reason he feels that he is winning over Basavaya even after his death also. So children, here I thank you for completing the third part of my lesson, and tomorrow I will be continuing you people with the fourth part. Thank you children.